Hi guys. So it has been a very long month. I do apologize because the last 3.5 weeks I probably haven't read a single post. By the time I get home, I'm just rush, 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 and I get falling behind, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll have to catch up with everything. And so for the last 3 weeks, I haven't read anything. I do apologize. I have never gone without reading. I mean, I can go without posting. Sometimes I'll go without commenting, especially the last year and a half. But I never go without actually reading. So I haven't read anything for the last month. And I do apologize for that. So if I missed anything, please, 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 please leave a comment here and leave me a link so I can go and read and find out exactly what the heck is going on. Our one kitty has never come back. I'm pretty sure, Kanan, our little Tigger, he got out in December and he still hasn't come back. We finally told the apartment complex that he hasn't been around since December. And we did that when we got this little guy. This is Axel. Hi, Axel. Axel's like, I don't like that. So I saw Axel, well, about 3 weeks ago, and we were going to the shelter to look for Kanan. And Axel was there on his first day, and he was he was just so sweet, and he kept howling, and I leaned over, and just kind of like petted the baby's paw to get him calm, and he calmed down immediately. So they were like, well, I mean, you can't adopt for a little while. It has to be about a week. So a week went by, and I took my husband down there. And my husband had already told me, look, no more red cats, okay? I mean, because one of our beloved babies, who's been gone for a long time, Squeaker, was a red-headed tabby. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, just come see the baby, and see what you think. And he fell immediately in love with the baby, and is like, okay, so when can we take the baby home? Well, they told us we couldn't take the baby home till he was a couple of pounds. He still is not a couple of pounds. He's still a little itty-bitty thing. But they called us anyway, and we went on Tuesday. And Tuesday was just a crazy day. I'm thinking because it was the first of the month, and it's a full moon, and it was just all that craziness. So it was a pretty nutty day. That day started out with me having to drive the youngest to school because his bus just whipped right on by us. His substitute driver did not know to stop and pick him up. I mean, I'm sure they were on time because they were worried about being late, but they were missing a kid. I just hope my kid was the only one that was missing. But I had to drive him to school, got to work late, work was insane, and then had to leave a little bit early because I got a call from the shelter saying this little guy, yes, our pretty little Axel, that he was waiting for us. Now, I've been quoted something like $80, and I'm like, okay, this is seriously going to hurt, but heck, we've been practically living off the damn credit card for like the last month. So I was like, it'll totally be worth it. Walked in, that's not what I paid. I paid about $37. He has a chip. He's been neutered, which I really don't know what to think about that because he's so young. I can understand why they do it. I just can't say I necessarily agree. But he seems to be okay for it. He's none the worse for wear. He didn't give us his name until yesterday. It's pretty unusual. Usually we have a name for them by the time we get them home. But he didn't give us a name, and my husband said Axel popped into his head. So here it is, it's Axel. Our Jack back there was not very amused because the baby smelled like disinfectant and he didn't really smell like male or female, and he's like, okay, number one, that's an issue. Number two, I just got done training one a couple of years ago, and I'm not really keen on this. But he's actually mellowed. From what I understand, he washed the baby's ears today. So he'll settle in and get used to him rather quickly. I think it's mostly the smell of disinfectant, and now I have to train another one. We miss Kanan all the time. Boy, he was just full of personality, but we think that somebody, likely because he was so friendly, just set a crate down. He walked right into it, and he's now, hopefully, living with people who love him, who have a lot of space for him to run around and mouse in. I just hope wherever he is that he is happy, and that he is being given the appropriate love and care and chocolate milk as needed. But now we've got Axel. My poor husband still doesn't have a job. Then again, there haven't really been any openings until like the last couple of weeks. So he's been out of a job for like 6 weeks. He's going nuts. But I've been putting in for maintenance jobs, and I might be able to get him in with the state at a maintenance job. I've got one in for Young Living Essential Oils, which thank goodness is not competition. But I've got a third shift maintenance in for him there, and I've got a maintenance job in for a car wash place, of all places. The only issue with that is they want him to do a video, kind of like this, and answer questions, and I'm like, that's ignorant, and you just lost 3/4 of your applicants, because he's never going to do that. It's a thing. Most people our age usually don't video everything or text everything. It's a thing. It definitely shows our age. But he's still looking. We're surviving. We're getting by. We're down to like $2 in the bank account right now. But I get paid tomorrow. Rent is paid. Bills are caught up. So for right now, we're good. Like I said, we've had to live off the credit card. I've probably got about another $1,200 on the credit card before I completely max that bad boy out. But for right now, we're good. We got a brand new baby, and I'm hoping that here soon I'll be able to start catching up again, because that would be super lovely. None of you, of course, are obliged to watch this. Nobody ever is. But I did want to poke my nose in and let everybody know I'm super sorry that I have not read anything in the last 3 weeks to almost a month. I do apologize for that. I'm going to try to catch back up again. I'm not going to read that far back because, number one, I don't think Livejournal will let me. And number two, that's just, whew, that is a lot to read through, and I don't want all the posts to blur together to where I'm not actually absorbing anything. So please, 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 if I missed something important, leave it in the comments below. I will definitely go and read it. I'll read before I even answer comments. How terrible is that? But I wanted to give you all an update on what's going on. Hubby did have a job for like 2 days. It was a freaky lawn service, and this guy didn't even pay him for the 2 days he worked. Yeah. He went to go work for a sprinkler service. Turned out to be a one-man show. I don't know what it is with like lawn care around here. It turned out to be a one-man show. He was a Trump supporter, and I guess he didn't like that hubby is not. I don't know. But we're still looking, and I know that one of the reasons why we haven't found anything yet, or why he hasn't gotten into a job yet, is because the right one is bound to be there. I just feel so bad for him because, once again, he's gotten in that temp service rut where it seems like the last year he's been getting these temp service jobs. I mean, his job this last winter, the temp agency got kicked out. So in the end, it came a question of, all right, who's going to pay me? And then the company he was working for itself decided, oh no, we're downsizing loads of people, we're not actually hiring anybody. And this last job he had, I mean, it was just an announcement that even the temp agency had no idea what the hell was going on, and called him like 3 days afterwards and were like, okay, what's going on? Stellar. But we're making it. Kiddos are doing well. Of course, I know I posted that Ronan is now 12, and he is still as sassy and frustrating as ever. The baby is doing well. He's not really a baby. He's 9, and he's as non-sassy as ever. Just mellow and whatever, man. Love that baby for that. He's just whatever, man. It's been good hanging out with hubby, but I know he's climbing the walls, and he's not here right now, which is why I'm doing this, because this thing, the baby Axel, this thing wore him out. Say hello, baby. Mama, no. It's a baby. So that thing behind me, check. No, mama. That thing behind me is slowly getting used to the baby. He actually adjusts rather quickly, so that's always nice. He adjusted to Kane in like a couple of hours. This one's going to take a little bit longer, but when I understand, yeah, the baby got held down and had his ears washed because they were filthy, and that was just not happening. I get paid tomorrow. I get paid 3 times this month. So we should be able to swing it for a while longer. I just want my poor hubby to be in a job where he feels he's doing something and he's making pretty good money, or shoot, just a job he's happy at. It doesn't even have to make pretty good money. Just a job he's happy at. I mean, shoot, I'm at a job I love, and I don't make gobs of cash, but I'm pretty happy, and I just want him where he's happy, and I want to make sure that I get all my ducks in a row with you guys, because not catching up with you has just been kind of like, yeah, it's anxiety-inducing. It's kind of like me not posting for a while and then feeling guilty when I do go to post. I'm not really sure if I should post, but I know if I don't post, eventually somebody's going to come around asking about me. So I'm here. I'll be reading soon. I'm going to try not to let my anxiety that I can't catch up stop me from reading. So until I see you guys, I will probably start reading posts tonight. Until I see you guys, take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other, and know even if I'm not here, I am thinking about you, and I love you guys. I shall see you all soon.